Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Friday, April 19, 2013. The situation in Boston, Massachusetts is this right now. Police have issued shelter-in-place orders to the entire population of the city of Boston and to approximately 15 other communities. Over 1 million people have been instructed to stay home. Colleges, universities, and schools have canceled classes. The Boston transportation system, its underground system, and its bus system has been closed. The city is essentially a frozen zone. Last evening, the two men who were being sought by the FBI after their photographs were released at 5 p.m. apparently robbed a 7-Eleven convenience store, then killed a security guard from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, then hijacked a car and the driver. They inexplicably released the driver and then engaged in a furious gun battle, which also included the lobbing of hand grenades by the two suspects at police. One of the suspects was killed. The other remains at large as the police are hunting him. It develops that the two suspects apparently were brothers. The suspect at large remains, he is 19 years old. He and his brother and his family came to the United States 10 years ago from Chechnya. The plot thickens. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, in Japan, a 7.0 earthquake, which is a pretty big one, struck the islands off the northern part of the country this morning, but no tsunami warning was issued. Buildings in Tokyo shook from the earthquake some distance away. On Wednesday, a series of earthquakes, including one with a magnitude of 6.2, struck just south of Tokyo. Meanwhile, in West Texas, the town of West, the situation remains very volatile after that fertilizer plant explosion. Yesterday, the mayor of West Texas said that death toll, which had previously reported at 15, could in fact end up possibly tripling. They apparently are still searching the area. They cannot get close to the plant because it remains unstable because of the ammonium nitrate. That location as well has become a major hub for U.S. news operations who have dispatched anchor people to the area simply because of the size of the blast, which registered 2.4 on the Richter scale, was picked up by the United States Geological Survey. The big French reinsurer SCOR, located in Paris, is going to appoint 2 female British citizens to its board of directors at its annual general meeting next week. Dennis Kessler, the CEO and chairman, announced this morning. The 2 appointees will be Corey Sorensen. She had been head of insurance capital markets at Barclays Capital in London, and Fields Wicker Murin, who was also an American and British citizen. She has been for some time with BNP Paribas. Pakistani police have in fact arrested former President Pervez Musharraf. He was brought from his residence on the outskirts of the city in front of a court. He met with a judge last evening. His house, of course, was designated by the Pakistani judiciary as a sub-jail. If you see a picture of his house, you'll be surprised. It doesn't look like any sub-jail you might know. It's a palatial estate. Former President Musharraf has been placed back at his home under house arrest. Musharraf is being charged with his alleged involvement in his decision to dismiss senior judges, including the Chief Justice of the Pakistani Supreme Court back in 2007. Why Musharraf left his beautiful home in the Belgravia section of London to come back to Pakistan is anybody's guess, but it certainly didn't seem to be a smart move. The Bermuda Monetary Authority announced yesterday that it has named Craig Swan to the newly created position of Managing Director of Supervision to lead all of the authority's financial service supervisory functions, including that of insurance. The CEO of the BMA, Jeremy Cox, said that this reflects a strategic evolution of the authority. Our role as Bermuda's financial regulator has expanded to the point where to implement the tools that we're currently using for insurance, i.e. risk analysis and risk modeling, we should perhaps promulgate that across all financial activities. Very good idea by Mr. Cox. Federal Aviation Administration sometime later this morning is expected to approve Boeing's plans to fix the batteries on its 787 Dreamliner jets, a decision that could allow the planes to return to service after being grounded for more than 90 days. According to sources, Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood is satisfied that Boeing's changes to the lithium-ion batteries would virtually eliminate concerns that the batteries could erupt in smoke or fire. They had better be satisfied. If they're going to get problems with that, especially after what's occurred, it could present a very unfortunate situation, especially if the plane is in the air. That's the news for today. We're watching the situation in Boston, which again is the epitome of what terrorism's definition is. One man apparently has an entire metropolitan area of 1 million people locked in their homes. Have a good weekend. We'll see you.